Hello, this is Mr. Cook. This video is for lesson 3-4, example 2. Write an equation in point slope form of the line with the slope -3/5 that contains point -10, 8. Then graph the line. First, we have to remember what the point slope form is. And from the lesson, point slope form is y minus y sub 1 equals the slope m times x minus x sub 1. Now, the y sub 1 and the x sub 1, the y sub 1 and the x sub 1 are just your x and y from one of the points that's given to you. In this case, we're only given one point. So my y sub 1 is going to be 8, and my x sub 1 is going to be 10. So all I have to do is replace those numbers with the coordinates from my point and replace the slope with -3/5. So my equation in point slope form is y minus 8 equals the slope, which is -3/5, and in parentheses x minus x sub 1. Now I put an extra set of parentheses here because my x coordinate is negative. So I have minus a -10. So all I have left to do now is clean up. If you have any double signs, for example, I have a minus and a -10 here. That can be changed to a plus. So I'm going to clean that up and rewrite this as y minus 8 equals -3/5 times x. Now minus -10, add the opposite. That changes to a plus. So two negatives makes a positive, right? So my equation in point slope form is y minus 8 equals -3/5 times x plus 10. And I leave it just like that. That's what we're asked to do. Now I have to graph the line, and that's as simple as it was in example 1. All we need to do is graph our point that we know on the line and then count out the slope. Now the slope is going to be tricky because remember, that negative sign I'm either going to have to put in the top or the bottom. And that's whether I put in the top or bottom is all going to be determined by where that point is to see if I even have room on my graph to put that there. So, but first let's take a look here where my first point is. The point I'm given is -10, 8. So what I want to do is I want to graph -10, 8. That means -10, counting from the origin, I go left 10 and up 8. That's going to put me right about here. -10, 8. Now from there, I want to count out slope. And my slope is -3/5. Now, if I put the negative, so what I was explaining before, this -3/5, I can be rewritten as -3/5, or, yeah, let me rewrite this in my Zoom box here. -3/5 can be rewritten as -3/5 or 3/-5. That negative has to either be assigned to the numerator or denominator. But these are all the same. These are all my slope. There's no difference. So I could count down from my point that I graphed. I could count down 3 and right 5, or I could count up 3 and left 5. Looking at my point, if I count up 3 and left 5, if I counted up 3 and left 5, that would take me off the graph. So what I want to do is I want to use the down 3, left 5. So I'm going to count down 3 from my point and then left 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I can graph my point there. So I counted down 3, left 5, and that puts my point, my second point of my line, right there at -5, +5. Now, again, all I have to do is grab my straight edge and draw my line. And I'm done.